Hi, my name's Tori, and I made the short film called On the Loose. I would classify this short film as a horror and suspense film. In the film, I show a guy being followed around and almost like haunted, and then you see a TV screen of the news, and it's saying about this guy who's been on the loose, and you can't tell whether or not the guy that played the main character that was being followed, if he was a serial killer or if he was the one being targeted by the serial killer. So, for the first question, how does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? Throughout my film, I used suspense music and like almost scary, eerie clips of the main character. And it was a guy that was being followed, and you couldn't tell if almost he was the main guy, the one that was on the loose, or if he was the one that was being targeted almost. So I feel like this portrays a lot of social issues, because in America there's a lot of kidnappings and murders going on, and I feel like I showed that issue pretty well. So for number 2, the question was, how does your project engage with audiences, and how would it be distributed as a real media text? So to engage with audiences, I think that this short film is more meant for older people, and I try to include that by not really showing any kids and using really creepy music that kids wouldn't really like. And I would say that this short film is more meant for people that like eerie things, or people that need to be brought and enlightened for things that actually happen like this, so that way they know to watch their back, and you never know what's gonna happen. So in the short film, I incorporated somebody that was getting dragged out and a guy that was on the loose, and throughout the film you can tell that somebody's obviously following the guy, the main character, and I tried to include that by the weird camera shots and just overall following him. And yeah, I really wanted to bring people to light almost by saying that these issues can happen all the time, and it's more meant for people who want to watch this type of stuff, and so that way they can always be more prepared, or things that they can do different in these situations. I feel like if I were to produce this, I would put it in theaters, and I feel like people would like it because it's real life situations and stuff that can happen in real time. And I feel like it would sell out. I feel like it would be a very good movie if there was more to it and showed different qualities and personality that the movie would have if I continued it. So for question 3, it asks, how did your production skills develop throughout this project? So throughout this project, I don't really have any prior editing or video taking skills, so I feel like this project really brought to life my creativity, and it helped me get better angles and try to make the audience see what I see. And so I feel like this really helped with editing. I've learned a lot more, and I know what I can do better. I also feel like I've learned how to really capture the moment and try to be able to make it seem to the audience like this stuff is actually going on and it's real. And that's how I developed more production skills and editing skills throughout this project. So for the last question, it asks, how did you integrate technology, software, hardware, and online in this project? So in this project, I used LumaFusion, and I really used all of I cut so much of the clips and I put them together. I've used audio from places that I wasn't familiar with. But I have made projects on LumaFusion before, but just not many. And so I used to make like edits and stuff like that, so I feel like doing that really helped me like learn more about what I was doing. And that's how I kind of like integrated technologies. I use stuff from my phone and I use stuff from my computer, and it's really just taught me. And yeah, thank you for listening. This was